In the upcoming episode of Coronation Street, viewers will witness emotional and dramatic developments as the characters face important challenges and decisions in their lives. Billy and Paul. Billy falls into a state of panic when he realizes that he has lost his phone, which is full of pictures and memories of Paul. He decides to go back to every place he has been to search, hoping to find the phone as soon as possible. Meanwhile, Paul is fighting for his last breath. Paul's relatives do everything they can to buy time, hoping that Billy can return in time to say his final goodbye. However, time waits for no one, and Paul passes away before Billy can return. Billy wakes up on the sofa, facing Paul's empty wheelchair, and feels confused, not knowing how to continue living without Paul by his side. Paul's family and friends come together to plan the funeral, but tensions and disagreements begin to arise when everyone disagrees on how to organize it. Lisa, Craig, and the investigation into Joel. Meanwhile, DS Lisa Swain and PC Craig Tinker decide to work together to track down Ellie, a key figure who may hold secrets about Joel. Lisa discovers shady messages between Joel and a woman on his phone, and she decides to dig deeper to find out the truth. Craig, determined, finds Ellie's address, and together they devise a plan to convince Ellie to cooperate. However, Lisa and Craig must keep their investigation a secret because if it gets out, they could both lose their jobs. Amy and her plan to fight the Institute. Elsewhere, Nick goes to the police station to report Rowan to DS Swain, and Leanne confesses to Amy that she copied some important files from Rowan's laptop, which could contain information that could help Amy bring down the Institute. Amy shares with her grandfather Ken her plans to work overtime to earn back the money she gave to the Institute, which prompts Ken to consider giving Amy his premium bond lottery winnings to help her through her hardship. Tyrone, Fizz, and Alina. Elsewhere in the neighborhood, Tyrone informs Fizz that the traffickers have been arrested, meaning that Alina and Doran are safe and that Alina will return to Romania the next day. As Hope and Ruby happily play with Doran, Tyrone feels guilty about his past mistakes. As Alina prepares to pick up Doran, Tyrone calls Ruby and Doran into the house but is shocked to find that they have disappeared from the backyard. A search is immediately launched, and no one can predict what will happen next. Family and conflict. Meanwhile, the conflict between Leanne and Toya escalates, and Sam, the middleman, tries to mend the relationship between the two sisters. He reminds them that they are family and should put their differences aside and get back together. However, this task becomes even more difficult when Nick suddenly appears with new information about Rowan, adding to the tension in the family. Episode's dense, touching and surprising plot twists will keep viewers on their toes, as each character faces important decisions that will affect their lives and those around them.